If you're over 60, there's one everyday habit that could quietly set you up for a stroke while you sleep. No headache. No warning. 1 minute you're fine, and the next you can't move your arm, your words come out jumbled, or your balance is gone. Here's the shocking part: it's not smoking, diet, or lack of exercise. It's something many seniors trust to protect their health: vitamins. Yes, vitamins. Millions of older adults take them daily, believing they'll strengthen bones, sharpen memory, and fight fatigue. And while some do help, others, especially when taken in high doses or at the wrong time of day, can turn deadly. That's why today I want to reveal the 5 vitamins that may silently raise your risk of stroke, brain bleeds, and dangerous blood pressure spikes, especially in the early morning hours when your brain is at its weakest. If you've ever taken vitamin D, EA6, AI, or niacin, what I'm about to share could change how you look at your supplement shelf forever. But first, I want to ask, have you ever stopped to wonder if your vitamins might actually be doing more harm than good? Type 1 in the comments if you've questioned it before. Type 0 if this is brand new to you. And if protecting your brain health matters to you or someone you care about, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Health After 60 for science-backed tips made for seniors. Let's begin with the most surprising of them all: vitamin D. You've probably heard it's the sunshine vitamin, great for your bones, mood, and immune system. And that's true in small, balanced amounts. But here's what few people over 60 are ever told: too much vitamin D, especially taken at night, can quietly trigger a stroke in your sleep. I'll never forget one of my patients, Mr. Walter, 74-year-old retired Navy veteran. He was disciplined, sharp, and serious about his health. Every morning, without fail, he lined up his supplements, including a powerful 10,000 IU vitamin D capsule he bought over the counter. He thought he was protecting himself. But that daily pill became his hidden enemy. One morning, his wife found him slumped in bed, unable to speak, his right arm hanging limp. He'd suffered a stroke overnight. His tests revealed sky-high calcium levels, stiff arteries, and unstable blood pressure. The hidden cause? Vitamin D toxicity. Here's what happens when you take large doses of vitamin D without proper guidance. Calcium floods your bloodstream. Your body doesn't know where to put it, so it dumps it into your arteries. They harden, narrow, and set the stage for a blood clot straight to your brain. And when you add age-related stiffening of arteries, nighttime dehydration, and poor sleep into the mix, you've built the perfect storm for a silent stroke. The scariest part? You won't feel it coming. You go to bed fine. You wake up changed forever. And yet, many vitamin D supplements in the U.S. contain far more than seniors actually need: 5,000, even 10,000 IU. People take them every day, believing more is better. But research shows even 2,000 IU can be too much if you're not deficient. Here's the takeaway: if you're on vitamin D, especially alongside calcium or heart medications, get your blood levels checked regularly, and only take it in the morning, never before bed. Now, I want to know, do you actually know how many IU are in the vitamin D supplement you're taking? Type D in the comments if you've checked your bottle recently. If you're taking vitamin D right now, we need to talk. And if what I just shared made you stop and think, give this video a like. It might help another senior avoid a silent danger. But hold on, because if vitamin D surprised you, the next one is even more alarming. Many people over 60 take it to protect their heart. Yet in older adults, it can trigger something more devastating than a clot, a brain bleed. I'm talking about vitamin E. You've probably called the heart helper. And you're not alone if you've been taking it for years, hoping it would support your circulation, sharpen your memory, or even keep your skin youthful. But here's the part supplement companies never print on the label: in high doses, vitamin E, especially when combined with common heart medications, can turn deadly. I'll never forget Mrs. Evelyn Brooks, an 81-year-old retired librarian from Ohio. Bright, witty, always with a novel in her hands. She had a heart valve problem and was prescribed warfarin, a blood thinner. Her doctors kept a close watch on her. Everything looked fine. Until one day, she bought a bottle of natural vitamin E she saw in a magazine. 800 E per capsule. I thought it would help my memory, she later told me. Within 3 weeks, Evelyn was rushed to the ER with a crushing headache, sudden confusion, and uncontrollable vomiting. The scan revealed a hemorrhagic stroke bleeding deep inside her brain. Not from high blood pressure, not from a fall, but because her blood had been thinned too much by the deadly combination of warfarin and high-dose vitamin E. One fragile blood vessel gave way, and her life changed overnight. Here's what most people never realize. Vitamin E in high amounts acts like a natural blood thinner. If you're already taking aspirin, Plavix, or warfarin, adding vitamin E can quietly multiply your risk of bleeding, especially in the brain, where even the smallest leak can rob you of your speech, your memory, or your ability to walk. And here's the shocking gap. The recommended daily intake for older adults is just 15 mg, about 22 IU. Yet many bottles on store shelves contain 200, 400, even 1,000 IU per capsule. No warnings, no consultations. And seniors take them every day, thinking it's just a vitamin, it must be safe. Evelyn survived, but she was never the same. She now walks with a cane. Her once sharp memory falters. Through tears, she told me, "I just wanted to help myself. I didn't know I was doing harm." That's what makes this so heartbreaking. She's not alone. Too many seniors fall into the same trap, believing vitamins can only help. But the truth is, not every vitamin is safe, especially if you're on heart or blood pressure medication. And if the thought of a brain bleed isn't terrifying enough, there's another common vitamin marketed for nerve support that can backfire in an even crueler way. It can damage your nerves permanently. Let's talk about vitamin 6. Let's talk about vitamin 6. You've seen it before, the so-called nerve support or brain booster bottles, promising sharper memory, better focus, more energy. Maybe someone even told you it's good for aging nerves. But here's what most seniors never hear. Too much vitamin B6 doesn't heal your nerves. It destroys them. Take Mr. Harold Jenkins, a 76-year-old retired truck driver from Kansas. He came to see me complaining his feet felt numb, his hands tingled, and his balance wasn't what it used to be. At first, he brushed it off as age. Then the falls started, first one, then another. The third time, he hit his head hard on the bathroom floor. When I reviewed his supplements, the culprit jumped out instantly, a nerve support formula he'd been taking daily for over a year. The label bragged about brain health and circulation. But in fine print, 100 meg of vitamin B6 per tablet. And that support was silently poisoning his nerves. Mr. Jenkins was taking 2 tablets a day, 200 mg of vitamin 6. That's more than 10 times the safe upper limit for seniors. And here's the frightening truth. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that pass through your urine, B6 doesn't just leave your body. It builds up, day after day, dose after dose. And in older adults, that buildup strips away the protective coating around your nerves like peeling insulation off an electrical wire. The result? Tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors. The danger is how quietly it creeps in. Many seniors shrug it off as arthritis, aging, or just being a little forgetful. But what's really happening is B6 toxicity, slow, preventable nerve damage caused by a pill that was supposed to help. And if you don't catch it in time, the damage can be permanent. Mr. Jenkins was one of the lucky ones. We stopped his supplement before things got worse. But he still uses a cane. He doesn't drive anymore. And he told me with tears in his eyes, "I just wanted to protect my brain. I didn't realize I was poisoning it." Here's the truth. Vitamin B6 is vital, but only in very small amounts. Seniors need just 2 to 10 mg per day, including what's already in your food. Yet many brain support or nerve support pills sold online pack 50, 100, even 200 mg in a single dose. That's not support, that's slow poison. So here's my advice. If you're taking anything labeled nerve, brain, or energy, flip that bottle over. Check the label. Know your numbers. And type B6 in the comments if you've ever taken something like this or know someone who has. Now, you might be thinking, well, at least vitamin A must be safe. It's just for eyesight, right? Not exactly. Let me tell you about Miss Dorothy Simmons. She was 79, a retired piano teacher in Oregon. She loved her students, her music, and her independence. But slowly, her health began to unravel. First came the headaches, then blurry vision, then the dizziness and slurred speech. Her family thought it was a stroke, but her scans told a different story. No clot, no bleeding. Instead, dangerously high pressure inside her skull. Her spinal fluid was backing up. Tiny veins in her brain were straining under the weight. The cause? Vitamin A toxicity. For 5 years, Dorothy had been taking a skin and eye supplement, 10,000 IU of vitamin A, every single day. She thought it was protecting her. In reality, it was slowly poisoning her. Unlike vitamin C or B vitamins, vitamin A is fat-soluble. That means your body doesn't flush it out. It stores it in your liver, your tissues, even your brain. And as you age, your liver slows down, making the buildup even faster. When vitamin A builds up too high, it can mimic a brain tumor, a condition called pseudotumor cerebri. The symptoms? Headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, nausea, even permanent vision loss or cognitive decline. Here's the catch. Many multivitamins already contain the full safe daily dose of vitamin A, but seniors often unknowingly double or triple it by adding skin, eye, or anti-aging formulas. The safe upper limit for older adults? Around 2,500 to 3,000 IU daily and only if prescribed under supervision. But the bottles online? 5,000, 10,000, sometimes more. Taken day after day, year after year, it's a recipe for disaster. Dorothy survived, but she now relies on regular eye exams, pressure checks, and balance therapy just to stay stable. She told me, "I thought I was doing something good for my body. I never imagined it could hurt my brain." That's why I share her story, not to scare you, but to arm you with the truth. Because the scariest risks are often the ones hiding in plain sight. And if you thought eyesight vitamins were risky, wait until you hear about the one marketed as heart healthy. For some seniors, it doesn't lower blood pressure, it spikes it. And it can set the stage for a stroke. Let's talk about niacin vitamin B3. Niacin is often praised as a natural way to lower cholesterol. Some health coaches even recommend it. You'll see it in heart supplements, energy drinks, and even fortified cereals. But here's the danger: in high doses, niacin can quietly cause wild swings in your blood pressure and in some cases trigger a stroke. Take Frank Miller, an 82-year-old retired postman from Florida. He came to me with a baffling mix of symptoms: flushed, burning skin on his face, a pounding heartbeat in his chest, dizzy spells every morning. His wife thought it was anxiety. His son blamed the blood pressure meds. But the real culprit was something nobody had thought to question. Frank had been faithfully taking an over-the-counter supplement. The bold label on the front promised supports cholesterol and circulation. But inside the bottle was a hidden risk that was quietly undermining his health. He flipped the bottle over, and there it was in bold print. Dennis was taking it twice a day. That's 2,000 mg daily, more than 60 times what most seniors actually need. Here's the danger. High-dose niacin forces your blood vessels wide open. That's why your face may flush or burn. But then, those same vessels snap back like a rubber band. The sudden tightening spikes blood pressure, stresses the heart, and chokes off blood flow to the brain. Do this every day, and it's like tapping a hammer on fragile glass. Eventually, something cracks. For Dennis, it came as a slurred sentence that lasted 2 minutes before fading away. A transient ischemic attack, a mini-stroke. He thought it was nothing. I had to tell him the truth. The pill he trusted to protect his heart was quietly attacking his brain. And he's far from alone. Many seniors unknowingly take niacin in dangerous amounts. Some even buy flush-free or extended-release forms online, thinking they're safe. But those versions can still raise blood pressure, trigger irregular heart rhythms, and throw blood sugar out of balance. Here's the bottom line. For older adults, anything above 50 mg of niacin per day should only be taken under supervision. If you have high blood pressure, heart issues, or take medication, check your labels today. Dennis is lucky. He stopped niacin in time. His recovery is ongoing, but there's no permanent damage. He looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "Doc, I thought I was doing everything right. I didn't know I was gambling with my brain." Now, after hearing these 5 stories, vitamins with the power to harm instead of heal, you might be wondering, if the pills aren't safe, what should I do? The answer isn't in a bottle. It's in your kitchen. Let me introduce you to Margaret Wilson, 73, a retired school principal who once kept an entire drawer full of pills: vitamin D for her bones, E for her heart, B complex for energy, niacin for cholesterol, plus a handful of brain boosters. She was trying her best. But every morning, she woke up dizzy. Her balance was slipping. Her blood pressure was climbing. So, we tried something different. No powders. No capsules. Just food. Real food in simple combinations. Her new breakfast? A boiled egg for steady protein. Half an avocado for healthy fats. 1 slice of whole grain toast for balanced energy. A handful of blueberries bursting with antioxidants. A glass of water to wake up her brain. Sometimes she added walnuts or almonds. That was it. No clutter, no confusion, just clean, nourishing meals. Within weeks, her dizziness eased. Her blood pressure steadied. Her mind felt sharper than it had in years. She smiled and told me, "I finally feel like myself again." Why? Because the brain doesn't need megadoses. It needs balance. It needs nutrients in their natural form, the way nature intended. Some of the most powerful brain-protecting foods for seniors are leafy greens, fatty fish, berries, nuts and seeds, and whole grains. These don't just protect the brain, they support the heart, bones, mood, and even mobility. Every bite becomes medicine. Every meal becomes healing. Here's your final wake-up call. Awareness is the greatest medicine you'll ever take. Because at this stage in life, 60, 70, 80, and beyond, every choice matters more. It's not the pills that protect you. It's the wisdom to know when they help and when they quietly harm. And the truth is, your body today doesn't process supplements the way it did 30 or 40 years ago. Even well-meaning habits like popping a daily vitamin can backfire if you're not paying attention. That's why awareness is everything. You don't need to fear vitamins, but you must respect them. Read the labels. Ask questions. Pay attention when your body whispers before it ever has to scream. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one change you're ready to make starting tomorrow? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading them. And if this video helped you, give it a like so others your age can find it too. Most importantly, subscribe to Health After 60. Because this isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about building strength, protecting independence, and staying sharp together. Remember this, you are not alone, and you are never too old to take back control of your health.